ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Take the bad hits, take the bad shits. Subscribe for more things.
This is kind of like an advertisement video for my eBay auction. Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here doing another Marvel Legends toy review on technically not a Marvel Legend, but the Spider-Man series Superposeable Spider-Man, also known as the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man. Even though it was never really based off of Todd McFarlane's artwork, it was based off of J. Scott Campbell's artwork. Whoa, that's a mouthful. This is my favorite Spider-Man figure of all time. I think this is the absolute best Spider-Man figure. This is a 6-inch scale Spider-Man figure and very hard to get. I gotta give a big thanks to Cheapunkus for hooking me up with this figure. I'm calling it a birthday present because he sold to me for so damn cheap. Might as well just been a gift, man. Thank you so much, bro. Absolutely love this guy. Now, I think this guy goes for around like $1.50 or something ridiculous. I don't know. A mint and package, I know it's like $200. Hasbro did release another version of this figure, which is the same exact mold, except just with different colors, and it's this one right here, which is still very cool. And thank you to Figure Freak 824 for selling me this guy for really cheap. Like I said, the same exact thing, just a much darker red, so you can see the two different heads right there. You can see this guy's much darker on the red. Black, obviously. And this guy has hole pegs at the bottom of his feet, and this guy does not. Now, this guy came with a big, like, brick wall kind of thing for him to crawl up or something like that. I'm not missing that at all whatsoever. This figure is just phenomenal. The articulation is out of this world. And it's also the same kind of figure as this Fearsome Foes Spider-Man right here, which was my favorite Spider-Man until I just recently got this guy. So I do like the blue on this one a little bit more so. It's a little bit more vibrant than the blue on the McFarlane Spidey, but you know, it's not a major complaint or anything. You know, they're both very cool figures. But you can see this, the head sculpt on the Fearsome Foes is, you know, just not as cool. And, you know, my first comic book I ever remember getting was actually a Spider-Man comic book drawn by Todd McFarlane. So, you know, this really does mean a lot to me. And I'm sure for a lot of other guys around my age, you other cats, you know, 90s kids and whatnot. So you can see the difference in the head sculpts right there. The articulation of this guy is just absolutely phenomenal. I just got to run through that really quick. His head looks very far up right here. And he also has this shifty thing, so you could see it kind of moving up and down like that. You see that? See that? It's got that shifty thing like pile driver. Remember that? So you could look up very far. He looks side to side just fine as well. He's got this magnificent armpit joint. Yeah, that's right. I said magnificent armpit joint, which really helps with the posability a lot. He has these ball jointed shoulders that move up only that far, but if you want to move it further, you can just twist it around and go like that, so you're good. He has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, forearm rotation right here. His wrist moves up and down like so, and he has individual finger articulation, which is awesome as hell. I love individual finger articulation, man. Another thing I really like about this guy is the way they sculpted the middle two fingers, kind of slightly more bent so that, you know, you can get him into his thwipping pose very easily and it's not all awkward or anything. So that's just very badass. Absolutely love that. He has a great ab crunch joint like that, so that works right there. He has this awesome waist swivel. I really like how they made this dip going in here instead of a perfect horizontal line going across. So you can see how it cuts halfway into the belt like there. There's a spider butt for you. But I just really like how it kind of dips in here and it kind of, you know, shifts around a little bit. But I just really like this waist joint. Just a subtle detail that they did there. I really like that. He has ball jointed hips right here, move outward, forward, upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. He has calf rotation. He has ankle that moves down, up. He has toe articulation, and he has kind of a weak ankle pivot. It's there just a little bit, but it's pretty weak. And, you know, you can see it moves outward more than inward, but that's one of my very little gripes about this guy. Another small gripe I have with him is that his arms kind of come at an angle sometimes, or maybe it's just this arm right here kind of just like flares out at a weird angle, and it kind of makes it a little tricky getting him posed correctly, but you know, not a big deal. Absolutely love the head sculpt of this guy. This is just too cool, man. This is just awesome. Very badass. Now, like I said, this is based off of J. Scott Campbell's work, but it does look more like Todd McFarlane's work. Here's some pictures of both artists drawing Spider-Man. So I think this looks more like Todd McFarlane, if you ask me, and a lot of people agree with that. I really like how the lines are sculpted in here and how the black is painted in the creases and everything. Then you have some other kind of like smears of black going around all over the place that kind of adds some shading and kind of makes them a little rugged. I really like that a lot. I like how the spider logo on the front is sculpted on there, and it's also sculpted on the back too. And the blue sections of the figure have some really nice shading going on. You can see a little sloppiness right there, but overall it's very cool. And even like the sculpting inside the hands is just really badass. They have all the rings sculpted on there and everything. Just true masterpiece. I really love this. There you go. You can see some of the black shading right there on the leg. I just think this is so badass. Just getting a really tight, close look at this figure. There's his spider patas right there. I guess just one thing I absolutely just love about this figure is how lanky he looks. I mean, his skinny legs and everything is just perfect for a Spider-Man figure. And he stands a little taller than most Marvel Legends. I see him here standing at almost 6.5 inches. So here he is compared to the first appearance Spider-Man, repainted by yours truly. Look at the paint job, very, very nice. Here he is compared to the first Marvel Legends like Spider-Man we have ever seen, which is the first Spider-Man Classics Spider-Man right here. Well, that's a lot of Spider-Mans, but you can see how short he is compared to the McFarlane Spidey. Here he is standing next to the black-suited Spider-Man, which is actually a little bit, not too much shorter than McFarlane Spidey. Here he is standing next to the Sam Raimi movie Spider-Man figure. This is the magnetic Spidey. There's the Walmart exclusive Amazing Spider-Man movie Spider-Man figure. And there he is standing next to the Future Foundation Spider-Man. So you know what? I gotta take it back. It's like this Spider-Man figure isn't really that much taller compared to these other Spider-Man figures. Spider-Man party! Woohoo! Look at those Spider-Mans! Now there's also the Sinister Six Spider-Man, which is also a really cool Spider-Man, but I don't have that yet. That's my review, you guys. I hope you dig it. I really, really love this figure. I gotta give a big thanks again to Chipunkas. Thanks so much, bro. And this is one of the very few Spider-Man figures I have where he can actually stand on his toes. So it's pretty cool. You'll see that the pictures at the end of this video. And yeah, hope you guys dug the review, and I'll catch you later. Peace. Today's ACBA pick of the day goes to Bill Sandifer. This picture is incredible. Oh my goodness, man. Look how many figures he has set up in this thing. And I know he had to have used Photoshop, of course, but I mean, just getting all those figures together like that and using the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man up in front, very, very cool. So that's the main reason why I wanted to showcase this picture. He had it up for a while. Just an amazing picture, very, very well done. If you have not done so, like the ACBA like page and the group page, and check out my Facebook as well. And don't forget to go to bkbn.net for the latest in toys, reviews, news, and more.
Crispy.